Hello everyone, this is Stephanie from Little Steffi Big World, and today I'm gonna go through my travel scrapbook of Portugal, where we've been in 2017 over to 2018, because we've just been to Portugal again. And this time I've used a traveler's notebook to document the travels, all the memories we had, what we did, a little bit of travel scrapbooking in between, and it's been a totally different journey. So if you want to see the flip through of this album with just music, there's a link in the description below. And if you want to see how I've set up this traveler's notebook and how I journaled while we've been in Portugal, if you want to see how I did this cover and a flip through of this one, all the links are in the video descriptions below. Yes, so it was a totally different journey, and this album is about 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters, so that's about 10 inch by 10 inches. And on the cover, which I've done last, I've used quite a lot of scraps from the papers that I use. We bought a postcard that's cork from Portugal, Lisboa. I put cork letters up here, put some buttons, and yeah, I used a bit of washi tape, some stamping, just a lot of things that I had left over from the project, because I always do the inside first and then the cover last. If you want to see a step-by-step videos, these links are in the description below as well. So yeah, we've been on Christmas, just after Christmas 2017, we stayed for New Year's Eve in Lisbon, so over to 2018. And it was a very great journey. We really loved this. So I put a quote here, and I made sure to put some cork elements on each side. I had some kind of washi tape, some strips, and I have some hard stickers and stuff. So on each page there's gonna be some cork, because Portugal is very famous for cork. It's a very important exporter for cork apparently. So our journey, this is the map of Spain, and Portugal is over here. So our first stop was to Lisboa, where we stayed most of the time, but we also went down to Faro, or we stayed close to Faro in Olhao. Stayed there for a few days and then went back to Lisbon to fly back home. So I just used some stickers here. So these tabs are for when we stayed in Lisboa, then the second step when we went to Olhao, and then the third tab here when we went back to Lisboa. Used some washi tape here, and yeah, I just used these little clips, hard clips here. And this is from our arrival. It was just after Christmas Day, and he has some tickets from the transportation system in Lisboa that you need, our plane tickets here as well. And I put some journaling and just some Christmas stickers, because it was just after Christmas. Yeah, some sticker here, cork. If you're interested in any of the washi tape that I used or the paper, just let me know in the comments below, and I will let you know as far as I know where I have it from. And yeah, I just put a picture of my husband and me there, and I made a little pocket in behind the picture here, and this is a flip out card, like what's to shop, and there's a little card here from that area. It's very famous, and it's like where most of the attractions is close to the seafront, and it just tells you what to see and where to eat, what to taste. So I collected this when we've been there. It was in some stand, so put that in the pocket. Back here, put some journaling there. It was the second day because we arrived late on the first day. And then this is when we had lunch. I did some punching. There's another sticker here. And I have an envelope punch board from Via Memories Keepers. So I did a little envelope, put a lot of washi tape here. And this is another one of these flip out cards from another area. But it's also the area shadow, Paixo shadow, but a little bit more on that. It's also about the shopping center, and this picture was taken in the shopping center. So I put some journaling on this card, what we ate. So this is in this envelope here. Put this back. So this is from the Elevador de Santa Justa. I forgot the T here, it's Santa Justa. And I made a flip out tag, so I put the journaling in behind that card. And this is cork as well, this is a cork sticker. I just put some stickers here, did some stamping there, some more stamping over here, washi tape to frame the whole page. So I used a lot of washi tape. This is also washi tape to put that down. Some baker's twine. So we went to a platform nearby, and you could see the elevator of Santa Justa, and we thought we had a much better view from here, seeing the elevator. So there's just some more stamping. I cut out some paper, some punches here. There's washi tape, pink washi tape here. Yeah, so there are a lot of fun elements in this book. So there's some cork here, stamping on this pattern paper, some more washi tape here, die cut. This is from another platform where we had a really great overview over Lisbon, over here, over the bridge. There's the Christ statue over there. You can see the monastery, the Hieronymus Monastery, and the Belém Tower over there. And it was all for free if you know where to go, but it's a very steep climb up there. But you can go by tram or bus as well, but we walked it all. And this is a map of the Castello where we went as well. So we visited it, and you get this card of all about that that castle, or the ruins of that castle. So it's a quite big area to walk. So you get a lot to see for the entrance that you pay. And you can walk along here, along the walls as well. There are some excavations happening over there, some exhibitions that you can see. So it was really interesting. And we had quite nice weather. So here I was standing on one tower, and my husband went over to the other tower, and we took pictures of each other. So I made an envelope out of a map as well, put some washi tape, and then put in here the entrance tickets to the castle, did some journaling on this card, and here is another flip out of the castle that you get for free. So it tells you in different languages a little bit what you can see there, and where you can find it, and what else is nearby. So I kept that. It was very handy, very useful. So I left this open, did some stamping here as well. So this all goes into this envelope, and it just makes the page look very pretty. Yeah. So I did some stickers in the background, and some more cork stickers. So this is a picture of pastel de nata, and we loved it. We ate it all the time. My husband had coffee, I had tea. We made a lot of stops, a lot of resting stops in cafes, because I was pregnant at the time, so I couldn't walk as much as I usually do. So all the breaks were very important for me. So this is a sugar bag, an empty sugar bag that I kept because it was really nice, very Christmassy. And then, yeah, the first impressions. I wrote a little bit about Portugal because we thought it would be just, we'd just go there, have a little bit of sightseeing, come back. But we were so amazed of how nice it was, how nice the people were, how beautiful it was. And on our first evening, we went for dinner. My husband is vegetarian, so it's sometimes hard to find a good restaurant with nice vegetarian meals. And this was great. This was absolutely fantastic. So I put this business card from the restaurant there, washi tape, some more paper, a little tag that I made, like mini tag. This is also all stamping, and we loved it. I had something with shrimp, so because I was pregnant, it was also a bit a bit difficult to find something that I was able to eat. And I just put the receipt here. Normally I don't put receipts in my travel scrapbook because this print will fade after some time. So you have to keep it away from sunlight. And I've just put it down with some washi tape. So if this fades away, if it gets completely blank, I'm gonna take it off, put something else there, and then it's not gonna be in there just blank and not nice anymore. But it was so nice. It was really, really great that dinner. So there's some more washi tape, some more cork over here. So on our third day we went to a church, the Crossed Church. We went inside. It was really, really beautiful. So I did some stamping here. I put some post-its around, just stamped along, put the post-its away, so you get this nice border here. There's some clear washi tape here with butterflies. So just fun, you know, just play around. I put this music washi tape here because there was some music playing in the church. It was really, really nice. It was very beautiful and a lot of photo opportunities. So I just put some scripts here and there. Picture from the inside of the church. And it was just nice to go there. And then when we went outside, it was raining a little bit, and we came across this little cafe, and that was really, really nice as well. I had some nice fish. There was some really good vegetarian options for him. We loved it. We loved the food in Portugal. It was really amazing. So when we went outside after lunch, there was a blue sky again. The rain has gone. So we went up a very steep hill. We passed the parliament and made some fun pictures just in between. Like I was taking pictures of a building, then turned around and took a picture of him. So yeah, gotcha. It was really nice. I put some cork stripes here, and we went up the steep hill to this basilica, Estrella Basilica, which is really, really famous and really nice to look at. It was really, really beautiful. And there's a park on the other side of the church as well, where we went and rested. And it's totally free to go inside. It's just, I think going up the tower costs something, but we didn't see anyone selling tickets, so we didn't go up in the end. And you can go up there by a tram, but it's very, very full. It was so massively full, and with my pregnant belly I wasn't comfortable squeezing myself into there. So yeah, maybe another time we're gonna go on the tram. Actually, when we went back to Portugal, I made it on that tram, but I just made it on the tram, and then I just had to go for one stop, but I was on the tram, so I completed that task. So the next day we got up really, really early, and we made our way to the Hieronymus Monastery before they even opened, and there was already a line of like 50 people in front of us. But when they opened, we were in like 15 minutes. It was really quick, so it was worth getting up so early, getting in line, because this is a picture that we took when we got outside again. So the line was already across the street and going down that. I think they were already waiting for an hour. So if you go there, go really, really early. Go early, get in line, and then yeah, if you have to wait just for them to open, but it's gonna be a lot quicker, and then you have to queue again to get into the chapel. But it's really worth. It's really, really nice. And when we got in early, there are not too many people, you know, so we got the pictures empty, with the courtyard empty. So yeah, this is probably the only picture where you actually see my belly. So I was pregnant in the 4th month there, so we had to take it easy. I was feeling a lot better, but yeah, normally we walk a lot more. So yeah, it's really, really beautiful. It's an UNESCO World Heritage Site, and I think it's really worth it going in there. This time we didn't go in again with our daughter. We just took some pictures outside. It was enough for us. And then in the church next to the monastery, you have to queue again. But again, if you're early, you get in really, really quick. And you can go upstairs like on a high level and look into the church, and it's a lot bigger than it looks on the pictures. It's a very, very huge, very high church with these really, really small pillars. It's beautiful. And I think there is the tomb of Vasco da Gama is in that church, so you can pass that. When you go outside and across the street to a little garden, you go to the Seefahrerdenkmal. I forgot the name in English. There were some Bavarian people in line in front of us for the monastery, and they said it in this Bavarian accent, like Seefahrerdenkmal. And since then, it's we always, when we see a picture of this, it's like Seefahrerdenkmal. So yeah, I don't know the name in English. So this is a picture of it. This is a close-up. It's close to the sea, so I put some sea water-related stamps, fussy cut it down, and put that just around. No journaling here. It's just pictures and some embellishments, washi tapes. And then if you walk along the seafront, you come to the famous Belém Tower. And in this picture you can see here they were queuing, and I think the queue was 1.5 hours, so we didn't go in. And I don't know if the view from up there is really worth it, looking over the water, over the river to the other side. So we just took some pictures there, and we were happy with that. It was just nice. Just having this picture of us in front of the Belém Tower. So I cut out some stars, put some foam adhesives behind that, so it's popping up a little bit. And yeah, some alphabet stickers here. And then we walked back into the city, and we passed the Alex factory, and we had some amazing Mexican lunch there. It was really, really nice, and big portions for the money, and some alcohol-free cocktail for me, of course. And it was so yummy. It was really, really good. So but then after that, we were done with the day. We just walked around the city a little bit and rested in our accommodation for the rest of the day because we got up so early. On the next day, we were awake very, very early, and yeah, there was nothing too much to say. Or not. Well, I was very tired, so we just went to a shopping center. We had some sandwiches. We just walked around a little bit. So and then we just went to the hotel again. We had some stuff to eat. Marcus got some takeaway, watched TV, so nothing much happened on that day. So I put another clip here with a boat, a wood veneer boat, and this is another leaflet to flip out. It's about the Cristo Rey statue and how to get there when you come by boat. And we took the boat here, and we walked all this way up there. It was a long walk. This time we made it easier. We got the bus and came from the other side, but it was a lot shorter. The walk up was a lot shorter. I had to rest. We had to go to some cafes in between for this walk because I was not feeling too well. And this is the tickets, or one of the leaflets that you get with the tickets for going up on the platform. So I put some paper, some stamping, some washi tape behind that, and then did some journaling down here. And this is what you get as well with your tickets when you go up. So I just put this here under the clip so I can take it out. And we had to purchase some additional tickets to take the boat, because on the other tickets, the tickets that were on here, these tickets, there were some other tickets on that, so we had to use these tickets and then take the boat, but we didn't want to do that, so we had to take some other tickets for the boat trip. And from the statue you can see the bridge very well, but it was a very cloudy day, a little bit foggy, but we went in the afternoon, so the fog had cleared a little bit. After that we crossed again by boat, and then very close to the to the harbor where the boats start and end. There's the Time Out Market where you get really good food, and there's a very nice hall, very nicely decorated. We had a great lunch there. So I went a little bit crazy on this layout, just putting lots of scrap paper in behind and some washi tape and stamping, and just yeah, it's maybe a little bit too much, but yeah. I just experimented with paper. I did this 2 years ago, I think, or last year. I finished this. So in 2019 I finished this album, and I had to do it really quickly because I was doing this in the evening while our daughter was sleeping, so I had to do it very quickly, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. I just put paper here and there, made some text, used paper twine. Here's another sugar bag that I kept, and this is one of our favorite cafes. We went several times there when we were back then in 2017, and we went again this time in 2019. It's very nicely decorated, and you just take your time with your drinks and your lattes. Yeah, in the evening we went to a little Christmas market, but I couldn't eat any of what was there for being pregnant, but it was a very nice atmosphere. The Christmas tree was very nice. It was decorated differently this year, so this is different to what we've seen this time. And then on New Year's Eve, we stayed very long in the hotel, and then went to not the famous place on the seafront where you see the Christ statue, but we went to the Park dos Nossos, but we went very early, like 7 p.m, and there was no one there, yeah, so absolutely no one. And we thought, are we in the right place? We asked some people and said, no, it's right. So after having some drinks, we went back to the hotel and then decided at 11 o'clock, at 11 p.m. to go back in. And then it was a little bit more, there were a little bit more people, a little bit more happening. And then at 11:30, everyone came. All the people were coming in, filled the place, and the firework was great. And then after that, they all disappeared again. It's like they just came to see the fireworks and then went again. It was crazy. So yeah, Happy New Year 2018. So I just made this big envelope and put some stuff here because on the 1st of January we took the train down to Faro, and then from there another train to Olhao, and we stayed there for a few days. So this is just things. So this is like the business card from the hotel in Lisbon that we stayed in. I put some pattern paper and washi tape in behind and our invoice and stuff. So this is from the first hotel that we stayed in, and we got all the paper on the 1st of January when we checked out. So just to keep this, I put this in a big envelope that I took out of a old atlas that I had. So this is our train tickets. I just put some paper, some stamping, some washi tape in behind, and the same here, just to make it a little bit prettier and to make it a little bit more sturdy, so it's gonna last a little bit longer. But by putting it under the clip, it's gonna fade. It's already fading here, you know, where the clip is. So I did some journaling, some more journaling because we took the train. I took this paper here, and yeah, so this is the second tab for the part that we stayed in Faro in Olhao. And we actually didn't take a lot of pictures, so this is basically the pictures at day from the balcony of our room. We stayed in a really nice hotel there, and this is from the seafront down there at night. And this is basically all the pictures that we took there. It was really nice. We just relaxed. We had breakfast in the hotel, went to the supermarket for lunch, and then in the evening we would go to a restaurant, and all the food was amazing, really good. We just relaxed. And I just took some travel memorabilia from the hotel, like from the chocolate, and this is from our key card holder. So I made a little tag here. Put some journaling on the back and in the front, so I can slide it in here. So yeah, it's called Real Marina, the hotel that we stayed in. So I took the envelope from them, and I just put, you know, the invoice from there as well. We had to go to a pharmacy, so I just cut the paper, the bag from the pharmacy, because I needed some vitamins. And I just used the stationery from that hotel for our journaling. And I picked up this 500 euro note on the street, because they were firing that into the air, you know, for New Year's Eve, to have a lucky and prosperous New Year. So I picked that up and put it in there. And yeah, I'm using this like flower clip to keep this together. And then we went back to Lisboa and we stayed in the NH hotel. So I kept this card with the information, the tissue that you get from there, the train tickets. And that was our 12th day. On the 5th of January we went back. And then on the next day we made a day trip to Sintra. So that was really nice as well. So I put some hard clip here, but I'm also keeping on the other side this closed. So this is actually glued down, so it's not gonna fall out. So this is from the castle, from the Murch castle that we visited. So you can see it. It's a very big complex, you can say, but it wasn't too great. We stayed over lunch, so we just had some sandwiches there, which were really, really bad. So if you go there for lunch, take something to eat with you, because the selection there is not really good. So, putting this back on. So, and then we walked on and we went to the famous Palace of Penna. So I used this bag in behind the picture again as a pocket, and I've put our tickets and receipts in there and made a tab again for my journaling. And this is the card from the palace. So with the where everything is, all the rooms. And then on the back, we didn't know there was a huge park next to it where you just go, and we just saw like a little piece of it. I think we went up here and then back down there, so we didn't see any of that part because we had to catch the train back to Lisboa, and I wasn't up for a lot of walking. So yeah, this goes in behind this. So we took some more pictures of the palace. And again, I just went crazy with paper and stickers and washi tape, especially on this page. Don't know, what do you think of it? It's just I used pink and red because there's a lot of red and a bit pink there. So yeah, I made another envelope out of a map with things of the hotel, some receipts, and I just wrote here goodbye Portugal, because the next day we were supposed to fly home. So just some more things from the hotel when we checked out. So we went really early by taxi to the hotel. This is just kept it because we left our luggage there for a bit. Because we had to go back to Lisboa to another hotel, because we were not on that flight. The flight was overbooked, so we couldn't go on that day. We had to go back to Lisboa. We found this hotel, so we stayed there. I kept the key card holder. There's a business card here, and I just stamped this, you know, yeah, because yeah, this was just not happening to us, but it was happening. It was so bad. We felt so bad because we were supposed to work 2 days later. We couldn't go on a flight on that day. We couldn't go on the next day, so we had to stay 2 more days in Portugal. So after we've come over the fact that we had 1 more full day in Portugal, we decided to go to the aquarium. So these are our tickets, so I put that as a flip, and we went to an additional exhibition up there, and it was really nice. It's you put the leaflet here as well. It's one of the biggest aquarium tanks or something in Europe, or maybe on the northern hemisphere or something. And just this massive tank here in the middle is worth the money, because you just staying in one of these spots and just watching. You're just watching the fishes and the sharks go by. There were even 2 divers there, you know, swimming around, making sure everything was nice. So I put some fish stickers there. It was just wow. It was just fascinating. It was really great. It was a good day trip. I stamped some fishes here, some more cork stickers, and yeah, some text in the background, you know, just with washi tapes everywhere. It was just fantastic. It was just really, really nice to watch that for hours and hours. And then in the evening we went back to the seafront, and this is our last selfie that we took in Portugal. Like really, this was the last one. So I just put some more papers in the background, some more maps, washi tape around here. And it was a really nice sunset as well. It was just beautiful. So I stamped this sun stamp that I had, and some stickers, ghost stickers in the corner, some more tags, fussy cutting, more washi tape. Just going crazy on these 2 pages. And then we finally had our flight back. Oh no, this is coming off. I don't know. And we had the priority tickets on because we had to fly from Lisbon to Hamburg, and then from Hamburg to Stuttgart to get home. But in Hamburg our luggage wasn't checked through for whatever reason, so we had to get out, take our luggage, and then check it back in, and we only had like 1.5 hours in between our flights, so we had the priorities here, and it worked out. It worked out so well. We even had time to eat something. So yeah, it's just bye-bye to Portugal. It's the last page, and on this page I made a little pocket, put some bits and pieces, some more scraps and stamping and more stamping. This is the travel journal that I kept back then. Really simple. It was a little book that you normally use for learning your vocabulary. I just wrote in short what we did and how much we spent, and this was basically my travel journal. So from then to having this travel journal, this is completely different. You know, this is like a scrapbook in itself, and this is just really memory keeping, so I can do this in the right order. Yeah, so where does this come from? Oh yeah, it was on here. So just a list of how many nighters and cafes we had in the cafes, and so Marcus had 38, so I have to see how much he had this time. Another really big map from Lisboa, so I just put it in here. This is the bag from a very famous cafe, Paul, on the Rua de Augusta, and Marcus loved it. So we went several times. We went this time as well. Some more invoices and our papers, our flight tickets. And I put another quote back here, put some different paper and washi tape. And yeah, just to finish this off. I had to do this, as I said, really quickly. It took me about a month, but I was only doing this in the evenings. And I had maybe 1 or 2 hours before our daughter would wake up again for getting something to drink. And I'm really happy how this turned out. Sometimes I went really crazy on the pages and I just thought, oh yeah, this is matching, and put some stampings and washi tapes and bits and pieces that were flying around. I don't have a process video, unfortunately, of that time. It was really fun doing this. And then in the end, I'm also really happy. It's not too chunky, but chunky enough to say I love it. I love the thickness and how it shows this was a trip to remember, a trip where we did a lot of things, and it was just fantastic. So yeah, hope you like this. As I said, I have a flip through with just music on this. I have many more flip throughs of other travel scrapbooks that I did, and I'm gonna be doing some more. So just subscribe to my channel if you want, and keep on watching. All the links are in the description below, and let me know what you think of this and if you want to know anything else. So thank you for watching. Have a happy and safe travel, and scrapbook on. Bye bye.